Hola! Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Passmore with the Congress of California Seniors. I'm not a lawyer, but I know how to give a closing argument because I'm an advocate. And I am an advocate for home care. And I'm a proud advocate. Now, I want all you folks who are standing back to come forward because you need to hear what it is. I'm summarizing what you've heard today. We've had really an awesome panel of witnesses telling the stories of caregivers and clients. We've had some great questions, and now we're going to find out what this jury's made of. We've heard today about injustice. We've heard about injustice that is experienced every day by home care workers like you and by clients who need home care like you. In too many places in this state, the wages are so low that people can't live on the wages, and that's wrong. Do you agree? That's just plain wrong. People can't live if they don't have just basic benefits like sick leave, like you heard. When workers get sick, they deserve to be taken care of and not have to show up and make the person they take care of get sick. That isn't right. That's wrong. And we need to change it. We need family leave. We need disability pay. We need overtime. Amen. I've been in this building and I've got one message for them. It's overtime for overtime. It's way past time for overtime. And with all of the problems that you and the clients that you take care of face, you folks do a remarkable job. I represent seniors. I represent old people. And let me tell you something. There may be 10,000 people a day in the United States getting old, and 1 in every 10 of them lives in California. We have 1,000 people turning 65 in this country every day. And let me tell you a couple of other facts so that you can take them back or take them into this building. Do you know that 8% of the people in this state, and they're probably the very people that you take care of every day, those people consume 75% of all the health care spending in America. 3 out of every $4 of the trillion that we spend is for people that you know and work with every day. And I believe you need good training paid for by the state so that you can help lower those costs and provide better care. That's just one of the things that we need to do. Home care is devalued. We act like it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. But you know, the state of California, in addition to doing some things well and some things not so well, they make official projections, and I want to share 2 numbers with you guys. These come from the Department of Finance, operated by the state, and the director, I've seen him walk by 3 times now. I think he's keeping an eye on you out of the corner of his eye, and I hope he goes in here and gets a little nervous and calls some of his staff together. We will very soon, in just a little more than 10 years in California, we'll have a home care program, IHSS, that will have 750,000 people in it. The elderly population of this state isn't just doubling, it's more than doubling. And California is getting old faster than almost any other state in the country. A lot of us don't know that, but it's true. And we're going to need caregivers to take care of 750,000 low-income Californians. That means, just using today's numbers, we're going to need 625,000 IHSS workers. I bet Doug didn't even know that. Today we have 460,000. We're all going to probably be alive to see it. It isn't that far off. We're going to need 625,000 caregivers. How the hell are we going to attract caregivers that make minimum wage or worse, don't have any benefits, don't get overtime, and people don't care? You got it. Yell like hell. We've been through a decade where there was a high rate of unemployment because the economy collapsed. But let me tell you, with the aging of California, there aren't going to be as many workers to go around. Lots of workers are going to retire, and we're going to have a worker shortage. And if the folks in this building don't wake up and discover, in order to provide the care that you provide, you need to make more money, or you're going to go someplace else. You need to have benefits like all other workers. And you need overtime. 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 You guys must know me because I love the chant, and I've got one for you in a few minutes. We need equal rights for home care workers. As I said, we need to make sure we're giving sick leave. We need to fund overtime. We need to fund all the benefits that other workers in California expect as their right. We need to stop cutting home care and pretend people can take care of themselves, restore the 7%, and use that as a floor for the program that we're going to need in another 10 or 15 years. We've got to use that as step one, and it's a big stair that we've got to go to make this program be what we're going to need. We need to make sheriff cost requirements more fair so that people can afford to stay at home and get their IHSS rather than be so poor they end up in a nursing home. That's right. We need to extend and expand the Domestic Workers' Bill of Rights. We need to work toward a real living wage and fair working conditions and benefits for people that take care of the frailest, most vulnerable people in our state. You know, California is a great place. Most of us live here because we like it here. But we have a shameful legacy. We have a legacy of discrimination and inequality toward the very people who assist our most vulnerable and frail citizens. And we've got to be honest enough to confront it as a state. We need to look ourselves in the mirror and say we've got to change things. So I want to ask you to do one thing for me. Amen. Let me tell you, we're here because we need the legislature to take some actions this year. But we also need Governor Jerry Brown to take an action he could do before he goes home today. California has the oldest governor in the history of our state. No governor has ever been as old and sat in the governor's office since California was formed. We've got the oldest governor in America. No other governor is as old as Jerry Brown. So I want you to yell loud enough for him to hear it on the other side of the building. Because if you don't yell, he's not going to hear it. And here's what I want you to yell. Jerry Brown, act your age. Act your age. Jerry Brown, act your age. Act your age. Act your age. Act your age. Jerry Brown, act your age. Thank you. Now, I've got one more thing I want to say. We've got a jury here. They look pretty fair. I can't tell. But I want you to make sure to thank this jury if they find in favor of treating home care workers fairly, giving you the money you deserve, the benefits you deserve, and the hours your clients need. So let's see if the jury's got it in them to do the right thing. Thanks very, very much.